Hello viewers, it's Sentai from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from a segment called the Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to break your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain your adult language. Now, if you're over 18, that means you have to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this and everything else out the way, let's get into the latest episode of Zenkaiger. So basically, the episode starts off. We see the Zenkaigers when we left off. We see Stacy. We see Colonel Bastion's son, Stacy, who is a human, who had his own morpher that was made by Professor Aizen, became Stacy Caesar. So basically, while Kaido was Boom and the others were facing down these fake copies of previous Sentai robot Megazords in their giant form, while Kaido was trying to stop Stacy from summoning any more Super Sentai Robo Megazords from attacking Boom and the others. So basically, Kaido managed to stop Stacy to summon any more some more Sentai Megazord Robos, but Boom and the others were not doing very well against the army of fake copy of fake Megazords from previous Sentai teams. So basically, they were getting their ass kicked. Seems like Stacy had them against the ropes until the fake Sentai Robos started to disappear when it started to disappear out of thin air. So basically, turns out that Professor Aizen, the bad guys, the chosen Tendo dynasty, that being the bad Kai was lost in the fight, and King Boka was like, what the hell happened for Aizen? And Aizen said that, Stacy, or aka Stacy Caesar, must have used too many gears, so therefore, the more gears that he used, the more energy that he used up. So basically, that he used too many gears. So therefore, all those Sentai robots that he summoned, use up too much their gears, use up the energy in their gears. So basically, and the king was not happy, and not even Stacy, aka Stacy Caesar, was not happy. So basically, Bastion showed up with a new monster. That looks like a door, and his name was Door. So basically, Bastion is like, you did well, son, and and Kaido, so basically, Kaido and the other Zenkaigers, were shocked that Colonel Bastion said that, this is my son. Said that Stacy, aka Stacy's sister, is his son. So basically, the other Kai Wards being Zura, Najin, Broom, and Gown was shocked that since Colonel Bastion is a Kai Ward, basically he's a robot, kind of like a humanoid robot, was able to have a human son. So basically, Kaido was like, so I think that you said you're partly human. So basically, turns out that Stacy's mom is Colonel Bastion's 839 wives. So basically, turns out that Colonel Bastion had over 893 wives from different planets. So basically, it's from different dimensions. So basically, he must have a lot of kids as well. So basically, like Stacy was kind of shame. It was kind of shame that his father showed up. Showed up and told him that and told the Zenkaiger that that he is his son. Or that right in front of the Zenkaiger just telling all his business. So anyway, the door marks some of these 5 doors. Backing used his stick. Use his staff to send all 5 Zenkaiger flying into these 5 different doors, and they ended up in different parts of the city. So every time so basically, like Stacy demorphed for his Stacy Seaborn, and he's pissed off at his dad that I didn't need your help. I had the situation on my control, and he went to go find Kaido. So basically, Dyson, trying to be a good dad, trying to be a good dad. He asked the door monster to follow him, and so basically, we turned back in, it seemed like he's trying to be a good dad. Here's this one, he wants so basically trying to be a good dad and had the door monster to follow Stacy. So anyway, the Zenkaigers were, so basically the Zenkaigers ended up in different parts around the city, and so every time they went through a door, they got teleported to a different part of the city, or a different part, or in a different country. So basically, the door monsters. The door market power is every time the Zenkaiger go to a door, they get teleported into a different either in a different part of the city or in a different country. So basically, the Zenkaiger were kind of were trying to figure, even if they went for a window, the same thing happens as well. So basically, the Zenkaiger was trying to figure out to get back, to get back to Japan. But lucky for Kaido, he managed to get back to Japan. He ended up in this construction yard after coming out a construction crane, after coming out out of a construction excavator. So basically, he came out a construction vehicle somewhere in the quarry, and Stacy was right there. So basically Stacy's like, I found you, Kaido, blah blah blah, and Kaido's like, turn back into your father. So basically, and that's when Stacy told Kaido that I went to hell. That man, he said that is no fathers to me. Ever since me and my mom went to hell because I went for hell because I was his son. So basically, Stacy started to pull his, start to get him his short life story and whatnot, and you don't know what it's like to be, you don't know what it's like to, you don't know to grow up with your mom, being the son of Colonel Bashin and whatnot. So basically, kind of felt sorry for him, and my parents were missing 10 years ago, but I still believe that, I still, I know they're still alive somewhere. So basically, kind of was explaining his parents about his parents' situation, and Stacy sees it Stacy was I pity you, Kaido, and that's when Stacy transformed into Stacy again, and Kaido had no choice but to brought to morph into Zenkaiger, and Zenkaiger and starts to fight Stacy Caesar. So basically, Stacy Caesar once again used his his dark Sentai gears to summon them. Use his dark Sentai gears to summon the five-man Super Sentai team and the Masked Man Super Sentai team to fight Kaido. Even though Kaido was outnumbered, he was still fighting by himself, but hoping, believing that the others will show up. So basically, the others showed up, in the giant forms, in the giant forms, just in the time to help out Kaido. So basically, turns out that they had to walk all the way here in the giant forms to that way they could avoid any doors. So basically, they think that every time they go through a door, they always get teleported into a different country or in a different place in the city. So basically, they decide to use their giant forms to walk back to Tokyo, walk back to Japan to help to help you out, kind of. So basically, the door monster showed up and she's just telling another Sentai D being the Flash Man, and to fight Kaido. So basically, and that's when before he used the Flash Man, his dark Flash Man Sentai gear, he used it to destroy the door monster, took the door monster's chosen gear, fused it with a giant foot soldier, and make that giant foot soldier a giant door monster to fight Juan and the others. So basically, and the Flash, so basically now Kaido had to fight not only Kaido had to fight the Flash Man, now he had to fight these evil fake versions of the Flash Man as well. So basically, Kaido managed to use another. So Saki suggests he use another Sentai, use a new Sentai gear to take down these fake copies of these three Sentai teams. So basically, he used the Kill Major Sentai gear and took down the fake teams of the Fireman, the Maskman, and the Flashman, and basically it was just him and Stacy Caesar fighting again, while Zuma and the others in the Megazord mode was fighting the giant door monster. So basically, Stacy Caesar tried to use his Sentai gears, use his Dark Sentai gear and summon the Deki Ranger Megazord and the Ghosty Great Megazord as well. So basically, it seems like those fake Megazords who were about to help the giant door monster to get a upper hand against both the Jew down Megazord and the Boom Magazine Megazord. But out of nowhere, this weird spaceship came out of this dark cloud and destroyed the fake and destroyed the fake Becky Megazord and the fake Gosei Great Megazord. And I'll have this pirate dude named Zox Go Weaker, I believe how you pronounce his name. His last name, his first name is Zox. That's spelled Z-O-X, Zox. So his last name is Go Weaker. So anyway, he say, so basically Zox say, I'm a pirate. I'm here for Sentai gear. So basically, he pointed at Stacy Caesar. He pointed at Stacy Caesar, like I'm here for your gear. So basically, Kaido was like just move out of the way after, and this when boss pointed at Stacy Caesar, Kaido just moved out the way and just watch this dude Zox. Zox had taught this weird morpher called the Gear Dollar. something like the Doc had this weird handgun morph over the blade sticking to the sticking upside down, and it's called the gear dialer, and Box is a pirate, so basically, and his gear had a had said the 35th Sentai said the 35th, so basically his ranger form is based off the Zenkaiger. So anyway, Box started to put his gear inside his morpher, and he did a dance. His morpher had this big ass pirate steering wheel attached to the side and shit. And he spin it. He starts dance, and all of a sudden he transformed into this gold version. He transformed into this gold. Into this Kaiser named Two Kaiser. So basically he became this Gold Ranger called Two Kaiser that looks like he was based off a Go Kaiser. So anyway, so basically Rock starts to fight Stacy Caesar, starts to fight Stacy, aka Stacy Caesar, and kicks his ass, and his Sentai gear starts to fly, except for the one that Stacy used. That's the one that Stacy used to transform. So anyway, Box is not happy that So basically, Box took a look at Stacy Caesar's Sentai gears, and it turned out that he was looking for Trojan gears, not Stacy's fake Sentai gears. So anyway, so he just throw Stacy Caesar's gears on the ground and destroy them. And Stacy Caesar was I'm going to retreat for now. I'll be with you later, Kaido, and your new friend. So anyway, the other Zenkaigers. The other Zenkaiger's managed to defeat the Draw Monster while Two Kaiser, was fighting Stacy Caesar while Kaido watched. So anyway, Stacy's here. So basically, after Stacy Caesar left, the other Zenkaiger's came, shrank down back to their normal sizes, and I never turned the shock to see another Zenkaiger show up. So basically, Two Kaiser, aka Zox, aka Two Kaiser, was looking at Kaido and the others, and Zox was like, what you guys looking at? What's your deal? And Kaido and others, wondering what the hell, but staring at him back, we want to know how. Looking at him, we want to know what's your deal. And the episode ended with Kaido and the other Zenkaiger staring at Zox, aka Two Kaiser, wondering how he's able to transform, wondering what's his story. And this is how the episode ended with Kaido and the other Zenkaiger wondering about Zox, aka Two Kaiser's story, but how he's able to. How he able to get his own Sentai gear and morpher, and that's how the episode ended with Kaido not understand that Zox, aka Two Kaiser. So anyway, this was a good episode. This was a good episode. This was a good introduction for the Sixth Ranger, Two Kaiser. So anyway, I really liked this episode. I really liked it. Zox, aka Two Kaiser's dance when he morphed. So basically, it was a good dance. So basically, the one thing I'm hoping for is I hope he's not related to any of the Zenkaiger. Please, God, no. I really hope he's not related to any of the Zenkaiger. Please don't do that to us. Anyway, otherwise, this was a good episode. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know what the comments below this podcast. So anyway, this is Michael from Screen View. Sign off. 1.